A Michelangelo to see, Your Holiness. Who? Michelangelo, the famous Renaissance artiste, whose best-known works include the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel and the celebrated statue of David. Ah, very well. In 1514, he returned to Florence and began his career. Alright, that's enough. They got it now. Oh. Evening, Your Highness. Evening, Michelangelo. I want to have a word with you about this painting of yours, The Last Supper. Yeah? I'm not happy about it. Oh, dear. Took me hours. Not happy at all. Is it jelly you don't like? No. They do have a bit of color, don't they? Oh, I know. You don't like the kangaroo. What kangaroo? No problem paying him out. I never saw a kangaroo. He's right at the back. I'll pay him out. No sweat. I'll make him a disciple. Ah. Alright? That's the problem. What is? The disciples. Are they too Jewish? I made Jewish the most Jewish. No, it's just that there are 28 of them. So another one will never matter. I'll make the kangaroo into another one. No, that's not the point. Alright. I'll lose the kangaroo. Be honest, I wasn't perfectly happy with it. That's not the point. There are 28 disciples. Too many? Well, of course it's too many. Yeah, I know that. But I wanted to give the impression of a real Last Supper. You know, not just any old Last Supper. Not like a last meal or a final snack. I wanted to do a real mother or a blowout. There were only 12 disciples at the Last Supper. Well, maybe some of the others came along afterwards for a drink. There were only 12 altogether. Maybe some of their friends dropped in. Look, there were only 12 disciples and our Lord at the Last Supper. The Bible clearly says so. No friends? No friends. Waiters? No. Cabaret? No. See, I like them. They help really flesh out the scene. I could lose a few, I suppose, but look. There were only 12 disciples. I got it. We'll call it the last but one supper. What? Well, there must have been one. If there was a Last Supper, there must have been one before that. So this is the penultimate supper. The Bible doesn't say how many people were there, does it? No, but... well then, there you are. Look, the Last Supper is a significant event in the life of our Lord. The penultimate supper was not. Even if they had a conjurer and a mariachi band. Ooh. Now, a Last Supper I commissioned from you, and a Last Supper I want, with 12 disciples and one Christ! One? Yes, one. Now, will you please tell me what in God's name possessed you to paint this with 3 Christs in it? It works, mate. Works? Yeah, it looks great. The fat one bounces to the skinny ones. There was only one Redeemer. I know that. We all know that, but what about a bit of artistic license? One Messiah is what I want. I'll tell you what you want, mate. You want a bloody photographer. That's what you want. Not a bloody creative artist. I'll tell you what I want. I want a Last Supper with one Christ, 12 disciples, no kangaroos, no trampoline acts by Thursday lunch, or you don't get paid. Bloody fascist! Look, I'm the bloody Pope, I am! I may not know much about art, but I know what I like.